I never thought I'd see the moment when the world I'd built would crumble, piece by piece, in the span of a single evening. It began with a question, one so innocent it seemed harmless, yet it carried the weight of a hammer poised to shatter everything I thought I knew. "Daddy, why did Mommy lie to you?" I froze, the words hanging in the air between the soft hum of our living room lights. My daughter Lily had that small, puzzled frown on her face that she always wore when something didn't make sense. She was only 7, too young to understand the complexities of betrayal, yet somehow she had stumbled upon the truth that had been lying in plain sight for months. My chest tightened. My heart thudded in my ears. I wanted to tell her it wasn't her concern, that grown-up matters were complicated, that she shouldn't worry. But as I looked at her big, innocent eyes, I realized there was no deflecting this. The truth had arrived, unstoppable, carried by a child's curiosity. I cleared my throat, trying to keep my voice steady. "What do you mean, Lily?" She tilted her head, hugging her stuffed rabbit a little closer. "I heard you and Mommy fighting about Mr. Harris." "Why did she say?" "She said she had to help him, even if it could hurt you." "Mr. Harris." The name stabbed me like a knife I hadn't seen coming. I felt my stomach twist. I had suspected something was off weeks ago. The late-night phone calls, the evasive answers when I asked about her day, the unexplained absence of receipts or small secrets tucked away in corners of our home. But suspicion is a fragile thing. You convince yourself it's nothing, that you're imagining cracks where there are none, until the evidence hits you with a clarity that cannot be denied. I looked at my wife, Emily, sitting on the couch opposite me, her hands clasped tightly in her lap. She avoided my gaze, staring at the carpet, at nothing, anywhere but my eyes. Her silence was deafening. "Daddy, please tell me," Lily whispered, voice trembling. I swallowed hard, every instinct in me screaming to shield my daughter from the pain. But the truth has a way of demanding acknowledgement. I turned my gaze toward Emily. "Emily, what is this about Mr. Harris?" I asked, trying to keep my voice even. She finally looked at me, and in her eyes, I saw something I hadn't noticed in years. Fear. Not the fear of me, but the fear of being exposed, the fear of losing the carefully constructed image she had held onto for so long. I didn't want you to get hurt," she said, voice breaking. "I was trying to protect you." "Protect me? From what?" My voice rose, but not in anger, more in disbelief. "From him. Emily. He's just a co-worker." She shook her head. "No, you don't understand. He needed me. And God, I didn't think about us. I just couldn't let him get destroyed." Every word she spoke felt like a hammer to my chest. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, to understand the logic that allowed her to risk our marriage for another man. But the part that cut the deepest was the realization that she had kept this from me, not as a mistake or a moment of weakness, but as a deliberate choice. I sank into the chair across from her, running my hands through my hair, the silence of the room pressing down on me. Lily sat quietly between us, still clutching her rabbit, absorbing the tension she didn't fully understand. Emily was there more than just help. I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Her eyes widened, and for a moment I thought she might deny it. But then the truth escaped her anyway, like water through a cracked dam. "Yes," she whispered. I didn't mean for it to happen, but yes. It went further than it should have. I didn't plan it, I swear, but it did. I felt as if the floor beneath me had vanished. My hands shook. My lungs struggled to pull in air. Everything I had believed, everything I had trusted, was now a lie. Lily, still clutching her rabbit, looked up at me with wide eyes. "Is that why you've been sad all the time, Daddy?" Her innocence was unbearable. My heart broke for her, for the life she would now inherit, a life where her parents were not invincible, not perfect, not safe. I turned to Emily, my voice shaking. "And you risked everything. Our family, for him." She nodded, tears spilling freely now. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought I could fix things, help him, and somehow it wouldn't hurt us. I was wrong. God, I was so wrong." I wanted to hate her. I wanted to scream, to punish her, to make her feel the agony she had inflicted. But beneath the anger, there was a profound sadness, a grief for the woman I thought I knew, for the marriage we had, for the family we were supposed to be. Lily's small voice broke through the silence again. "Mommy, are you leaving us?" Emily shook her head violently. "No, baby. I'm not leaving. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake." I looked at them both, the woman I had loved and the child who still believed in us. And in that moment I realized that life would never be the same. Trust, once broken, cannot simply be repaired. Can be rebuilt maybe, but it will never be the same. "Emily," I said slowly, "I don't know if I can forgive you. Not yet. I need time." She nodded, sobbing quietly. "I understand. I'll do anything. Anything to fix this." Lily crawled into my lap, wrapping her small arms around me. "Daddy, can we still be a family?" I held her close, the weight of betrayal pressing down on me, but also the fragile thread of hope that maybe, just maybe, we could survive this. "We'll try, sweetheart. We'll try." But even as I said the words, I knew the truth. Trying is not the same as forgetting. Trying does not erase the nights I will lie awake wondering what she did, whom she touched with her heart, how deep the betrayal went. Trying means carrying the memory of her choices like a stone in my chest, a reminder that even the people we love most are capable of unimaginable pain. Later that night, I sat alone in the living room after Emily and Lily had gone to bed. The shadows of the lamp stretched across the walls, elongating and twisting like the doubts in my mind. I poured a glass of whiskey, hoping the burn would dull the ache, but it didn't. I thought about every moment, every laugh, every tender memory. And I realized something terrifying. I could not unsee the betrayal. I could not unhear the lies. And yet, a part of me needed to, hold on to the love that had built this family. Because love, even when betrayed, is stubborn. It refuses to die quietly. It lingers, demanding reconciliation, forgiveness, or destruction. And I didn't know which path we would take. I only knew that the next morning I would wake up, look at my daughter, and tell her that we would face it together. That even broken, our family might survive. But the shadow of that evening would linger forever, a silent witness to the moment everything changed. And as the first light of dawn crept across the walls, I realized the painful, inescapable truth. Sometimes the ones you love most are the ones who hurt you the deepest. And no question, no matter how innocent, can undo what has been done.